Imagine if you have your basic design starting from the corner, you could go around and rotate your stamp. If you have a design, let me sketch it out. I'm gonna continue that. You can have a design that starts from the center, whatever the corner of your stamp. I'm just gonna put here another flower. These are like really rough sketches. Do apologize about that. When you finish stamping that, you can also, when you rotate it, then you would have 1 leaf, 2, 3. That would be 4 centers. If you have a design on your square that has a shape starting on the one side and also ends on the same side, just like this little half circle way, you can create with that as a finished stamp shapes in the center. It's gonna be like that. So go on ahead and really, if you wanted to, you can sketch out your design first in your sketchbook. Hold the cardboard, trace it, and make sure that you try to figure out what it's going to look like when you finish with stamping it all. You will need your sketchbook out again for testing your stamp today, if it's day 2 already. You want to make sure that before you start stamping your image, it should be alright. You want to make sure that it's really solid, nothing is flopping and falling off, and to be able to print your image really nicely, you want to make sure that the foam is saturated with the stamping ink. I'm going to use black ink, just like you will need to use black ink. I don't want you to use another color. And by dabbing it on the surface, so you can see the color vanishing. Obviously you can see right here the blue is still showing, so I'm going to go back and try to make sure that I press it a little bit more. And I'm going to test it in my sketchbook to see what my stamp looks like. Alright, I see that this shape is not showing well, so when I'm loading the ink on my foam stamp, I'm going to make sure that press it around my fingers, and then it should be alright. Now I'm going to create a pattern on my paper. Let me move my sketchbook out of the way. It's not needed anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and stamp first like this. I forgot to mention yesterday for you guys that put your name on the back of your stamp. Here we go. Press it down carefully, hold it in place a little bit, and then when I take it up, there is my first stamp. And I'm just gonna continue and using the direction of my name. This is how it went first. I'm gonna turn it upside down. I'm gonna be creating a pattern. Hold it down. Good to go, good to go. Next one. I'm going to go again up. And as you see, I'm using the guidelines on the paper, trying to make sure that I place the stamp inside the square. It should have the same size. I just had a mistake here. My finger got into the stamp pad. Please make sure you have a paper towel at hand that you can use for wiping your hand immediately. And don't make the same mistake here. Alright, so I'm gonna pause the video and continue with stamping. Let's hope that I'll clean that one up. Line up the stamp again with the square and press it in place. Hold it a little bit. You will need to do 16 stamps. All right. Alright, this step of the project is done. Coming up, here is colored pencil, and what I'm going to be asking from you is the last day, on the last day of the project, is to highlight your shapes and add shading around them, bursting out almost like a color burst around your images. Press the pencil harder and lift it higher. No, it doesn't work. And I'm going to put the orange around the ones that again, press the pencil more close to the shape and burst it out. Please make sure your hands are clean. Before you start adding the color, you could go ahead and erase the grid line. I do hope that you did not press the pencil hard. Forgot to mention that. So if you watch the video all the way, make sure you do not press the pencil hard. If you remember, we have done this kind of coloring when we did the first project for the Zentangle design. Right. And again, I'm gonna go around. So this can probably take a little bit longer time. Do a precise coloring, going from dark to light. Use different values of the colored pencils. Make it neat. I'm going to finish this section and then we are done with the video. I hope you like the project. It's quick and sweet. You can do probably better patterning that I did. I'm absolutely sure that you can do better patterning. Surprise me with some awesome pattern. I know you can do that, guys. Alright, finishing doodling. Looks really nice and dark in these curves here.